Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jacob Fisher and I talk about the best ways to travel while spending the least amount of money. I know travel isn't the hottest topic right now thanks to a little bit of a virus, but save those points for when it clears. Last week I mentioned my favorite no annual fee cards. This week let's get into the best travel cards that have an annual fee. Really just the best travel cards. Make sure you subscribe for more videos on travel tips and tricks and give a quick like to this video if you enjoy traveling cheap through credit cards. Now let's get down to it. We're going to start with number 3 because these are in a specific order for worst to best, but still top 3. You could get any one of them and they'd all be pretty good. All right, number 3, the Bank of America Premium Rewards Card. This is a card where you can transfer some of the points away to other airlines, which is arguably the most beneficial perk to any travel credit card. You want to be able to transfer to different organizations. You don't want your points to be stuck with only one airline or one hotel chain. If you get 60,000 bonus points after hitting a credit card spending bonus, you can plan a whole vacation with that rather than only having 60,000 points for a specific airline. This card gives you 2 times points on travel and dining and 1.5 on everything else. I think that's one of the best, 1.5. That's great. You get a $100 airline incidental. It works sort of like that Amex one you hear about, but you don't have to select a specific airline to use this one. You can use it for any of them, and you just have to use your card. You can also get a $100 TSA PreCheck or Global Entry credit, which is honestly a great deal considering this card's annual fee of $95. I know, I was thinking it was going to be $200. Now, here's the thing with this card. If you are an existing Bank of America customer, this is for you. So, depending on how much you have in savings with them, you can get a boost for your rewards. Your rewards can be boosted from anywhere from 25 to 75% bonus. Now, you need $20,000 in savings for 25%, $50,000 for 50%, and $100,000 for 75%. Meaning, the max you can get is 3.5 points for every dollar spent on travel. That's really good. And 2.62 points for $1 spent on everything else. And you get some insurances with it, baggage, lost, that kind of stuff. We don't need to go too much into detail for them. You get 50,000 bonus points for the spend. This is honestly just a solid deal. $95 for all of that, that's incredible. Which is why it's number 3, but again, it's not number 1, so there has to be a better card out there, right? Let's move on to number 2. This card I can actually show you. The Amex Platinum. Gotta cover up my information. Well, doesn't really matter my name, whatever. Amex Platinum. Amex, again, very good transfer partners. If you could transfer them to Southwest and Hyatt, then I think this might be the number 1, but you can't. So it's not. This card is arguably one of the most fun cards to hold. I mean, it's made out of just like, it sounds good and it feels so solid in your hand. It's fun. Believe me on that. Trust me. All right. So this card gives you 5 points on flights/hotels booked through Amex Travel Portal and flights booked through the specific airline's website, and 1 times point on everything else. You get $200 Uber credit in monthly installments, which is $15 a month, and then $35 in December. I can see why they did that. So you don't just immediately get $200 because you can miss out on these. So if you don't spend your $15 one month, you lose it. Plus, you get Uber VIP status, which means something like the Uber Black will be the same price as the Uber X. I got that one so far, just once. It was nice. I mean, the Uber Black was an infinity. It wasn't actually that nice, but still. You get $200 airline fee credit. You can select an airline and then pay for it, and then it pays for $200 worth in fees for them, like, check bag or refreshments on the plane. However, if you fly Southwest, then the really cheap flights will sometimes be included in this. That happened to me for the Utah. My flight was under $100 and it covered it. It was great. TSA PreCheck, Global Entry fee credit. You get the Fine Hotels and Resorts program. You pretty much get late checkout, early check-in, room upgrade, daily breakfast for 2, and a property amenity valued at $100. I've never used it, but that seems like a solid perk if you're going to use that service. The Global Lounge collection, which includes the Priority Pass Select, which allows access to airport lounges, except not the restaurants, like you do get with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. You also get access to Delta lounges, if flying Delta, and the Centurion Lounge, which arguably is, again, one of the best lounges out there. You get gold status at Hilton and Marriott, complimentary membership to some premium rental car programs, and that pretty much just secures you some discounts. And then you get a bunch of insurances with it. You get secondary car rental insurance, which is unfortunate because that would again boost this one up and maybe take that number one spot. The annual fee of $550 and a welcome bonus of 60,000 points. That's a good welcome bonus, which is worth about $1,200 according to the points guy. All right, we're moving on to number one. And this might shock some people, but the Chase Sapphire Preferred, not the Reserve. Here's the thing with this card. Again, another metal card. Not quite as fun if you Here's the thing with this one and why it's number one. So getting into the Chase ecosystem is extremely beneficial early on because they have some of the most valuable transfer partners. You can transfer them to Southwest and Hyatt. Again, great value for your points, which is just, I mean, those two are really the only people you should be going with. The benefits this card gives you are 2 times points on travel and dining, which Chase has a very broad definition of. It's perfect to get 2 times points on pretty much anything that you can imagine in that category, obviously not gas, and 1 times point on everything else. You get a subscription to Dash Pass, which is new. It offers no delivery fees when using DoorDash, and a 1-to-1 transfer to many travel partners. That's the big one. That might be the best reason for getting this card, and it is why it secures the number one spot compared to the other cards. You get primary rental car insurance, which is really good, so you don't have to buy that $15 a day, whatever it is, through Enterprise. It's, again, those travel partners that make it beat out Amex in the number one spot. You get, other insurances, AAA, baggage loss. The welcome bonus is 60,000 points, which is 10,000 points higher than the welcome bonus for the Sapphire Reserve, and an annual fee of $95. So why don't I choose this over the Sapphire Reserve? That's because I think the Amex Platinum is a better deal than the Sapphire Reserve, so that kind of took out that spot for number 2. However, Amex doesn't get the number one spot because it doesn't have the best transfer partners. Yeah, they're really good. You can transfer to Delta and Hilton and Marriott, but it's the Southwest and Hyatt that actually provide the best value to you. And United is pretty good as well. So being able to transfer to them is, I think, significantly more important than having all those other things, because that airline incidental fee doesn't cover all airlines tickets. It only sometimes covers Southwest. But let's go into why I didn't choose a Sapphire Reserve over the Amex Platinum. You get Uber and airline credits, which is a no-brainer on the Amex. That essentially takes the fee down to $150, while the $300 travel credit and $60 DoorDash credit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve only take the fee down to $190 because they just upped it to $550. However, getting into the Chase ecosystem will allow you to upgrade from the Preferred to the Reserve at some point in time. And here's when you should do that. When your spending exceeds a certain amount in that travel/dining, that's when you should get it. So let's look at this. If we take the $95 annual fee and the $550 annual fee at the Reserve, we would need to spend an extra $13,583 on travel and dining expenses in a year. All right, but let's subtract the travel credit you get from the Reserve. It takes that fee down to $250. Right, you would need to spend an extra $3,583 in a year, which is less, but it's still a lot more considering how much you're spending on travel and dining. Pretty much, if you spend over $8,000 a year in dining and travel, then the 3 times points earned on the Reserve make it more worthwhile, because that'll boost you up with enough points to cover that annual fee easily. And that's sort of why getting the number one spot is a Sapphire Preferred, because you get into the Chase ecosystem and then you can upgrade once you hit those spending requirements. Now, a little bit of a little bonus. Do you need all 3 cards? No. You don't need all 3 cards. You should choose one of the cards and then pair them with another one of the credit cards offered by the same company. Meaning, the Preferred gives you 2 times on travel and dining and 1 times on everything else. Why get 1 point when you get 1.5 points by having the Chase Freedom Unlimited? Because you have a Sapphire card, you can transfer your Freedom cash back to points for the Chase travel portal. And then if you have the Freedom, 5% cash back on revolving categories. So take those 5x points and again, plop them into the Chase points. Or maybe you want to go to Amex. You get the Amex Platinum, the Gold, and the Green card, and then you can spend things. I mean, the Gold gives you 4 times points on dining, and it's 4 times points on grocery stores. You just got to choose a side and start collecting those points while we deal with this pandemic of the coronavirus we're currently having. If you're just starting out, then go with the less annual fee ones, and maybe you want to get in the Amex side, go with the Green card, because that offers 3 times points on travel, but has a significantly lower annual fee. Or just get the Bank of America card and enjoy pretty much them just paying you $5 a year if you use that airline incidental fee. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get one of these cards, then leave a comment down below and let me know which one you will get. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more travel tips and tricks. Also, check out one of the other videos which should pop up somewhere around me and subscribe in the center. Until next time.